that's what I'm gonna tell her when she comes back. We'll flip it the other way. Just switch back. We're gonna switch back over there. Don't have a choice. We had the slide.
With 1177. You think the laptop has to be up?
No, it's, well, he has to be up with projector.
It is. I see the light back on, the green light.
Deputies, would you put the exhibits out? Mayla, would you do that, please? Display the exhibits for me, please.
Which one you want first?
1177. The long way. Be the other way down.
What if you're doing the count? It may not be switched to this. There it goes. It's switched to
Well, it's fine for the defendant to do that.
Zoom in a little bit. Get autofocus, please.
Is it, you good?
See that 1177, you have your laser pointed there.
Uh-huh.
You see this right here being what you drew as Sycamore Drive, is that correct, sir?
That's correct.
And this was where you put me, that was your vehicle, is that
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And this is kind of about where you felt you were positioned to begin with,
Correct.
when you first saw the two vehicles, correct?
Right.
And you have that red vehicle kind of coming out that particular entrance exit?
Correct.
And the patrol vehicle that you labeled as T kind of coming in, is that correct?
Correct.
And you've got them drawn in a way that reflects, like you said, from your vantage point, almost seemed like a T-bone back.
Right. Wasn't quite a T, but you know.
You're not saying that they were blocking one way or another. You said it didn't look like the patrol vehicle may have enough space to turn in, correct?
Correct.
And the red SUV, according to you, went across and wound up where you put red right there at that entrance to that other apartment complex.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And you recall it being kind of close to the road right there? Is that what you recall?
You mean the back end of the red vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Close to this? Yeah, I think so.
That's what you recall, you think?
Yeah, I don't really recall how close it was to the road, but it was
Right.
definitely pulled in right there.
And it could have been further down into that lot there. Isn't that fair to say?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. And the patrol vehicle, you didn't indicate exactly how it got over there, but you felt it kind of turned in order to make its way across the road and into the position where you've indicated P right there.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And at that time, you were proceeded to negotiate your turn into that apartment or townhome complex, River's Edge complex, right?
Correct. Correct.
And on occasion, you were kind of glancing at you're driving and kind of glancing in your peripheral vision kind of to the left, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Let's look at 1178, please.
That good enough?
And as you indicated, this is how you were kind of turning into that particular area of River's Edge, right?
Correct.
And you've got on here some, looks like a key. Number one, first shot heard. Number two, 2 to 3 shots seen. And then subject movement kind of with it. And line and an arrow, right?
Right,
Is that what that is at the bottom there? Right. And you've got the red SUV positioned here according to you, and the police car right there,
correct.
right? Okay. And you've got, right in here, on that driver's door, you have a 1, right? You see that as a 1?
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's not when the first shot was heard, I don't think.
Okay.
Is there a 1 over here somewhere? Or is that a 1?
Well, we'll have to either look at it up close or zoom in there, okay?
Want to zoom it in? You want to zoom it in?
There you go. You see that 1, does that appear to be the 1 here that, or you see a 1 over here, over there where your car is?
I don't know if that's a 1 or what that is, but, I mean, I was like right in here when I heard the first shots. I don't know why the 1 is
So the
over
1's
there.
supposed to be where you were, not where the person outside the patrol vehicle was, right? Or do you remember?
Well, I was right in here when I first heard the shot, and when I turned around, the person outside the vehicle was back at the back. Maybe that's them there.
You first heard that shot, or that pop, I think you described. That individual was kind of on that back left corner of the patrol vehicle,
Right,
kind of crouching at that time.
correct.
And according to what you remember seeing at that point, according to you, you ran next around the vehicle and back toward the front of the vehicle, right?
Correct,
And he was about 4 or 5 feet away at that point?
correct.
And you heard at that time 2 to 3 shots or so, or 3 or 4?
I think it was 3, but, you know, sometimes there's 2 shots close together or something. That's hard to say,
Sure.
but
And at that time,
certainly
he
more than
kind
one
of
shot.
turned and kind of, in a sense, kind of stepped back towards you or in your direction or something? Is that what you
Right,
said?
kind of step, yeah, right, back like, almost like he was gonna come towards me, maybe.
And he looked right, like he's heading, looking up Broad, right?
Correct.
Looking toward Broad, I mean, in that direction.
Look this way, and then all at once just sprinted this way real quick.
And according to your memory, he shot into the passenger side of that car,
According to my memory, he shot in the passenger side, that's correct.
and you only saw one patrol car shot into, according to your memory, right?
Yeah, I didn't, once he ran behind these bushes, and I pulled up here, and then I left, I didn't hear any shots. It
You
was-
didn't recall seeing 2 officers shot that day, did you?
No, in fact, when I got home and looked on the internet and it said 2 officers shot, I thought they were probably both in this same car right here.
Right.
I didn't know until later there was a second car.
So if there is another officer in another patrol vehicle that was shot
Yeah, I
at
didn't
that time, then perhaps you might have been mistaken about what you saw, perhaps. Is that fair to say?
Say that again, please.
It turned out there's 2 different patrol vehicles that were shot into,
Right,
and 2 different officers, one in each patrol vehicle shot.
right.
Is it fair to say that you may be mistaken about what you exactly saw at that point?
I don't think I'm mistaken about what I saw right here. But I
And,
didn't see anything in regard to the second patrol. I mean, I didn't know that happened until I read it.
But you're certain you saw that person shooting into the passenger side of the patrol car?
Best I can remember, it was the passenger side,
And
yes.
you don't believe you're mistaken about that either?
I don't think so.
That's all I have of Mr. Kelly's watch going on.
Brief, just brief, unless they want to keep them on, y'all want them on? Mr. Kelly, sir. You said, somebody say something? Oh, I'm sorry. Ms. Kelly, you said you was turning this way when you heard them shot. You said your car was straight this way, sir. Is that correct?
By the time when I first heard the first pop, I didn't know it was a shot. I just heard a pop sound. I was right in here somewhere, looking straight ahead at that time because I made my turn.
So you were looking straight ahead?
Right, until I heard the pop, and then I looked back to see what the pop was.
Is it possible that you were looking straight ahead and you thought you saw me running around the other side of that car? Is it possible that you thought you saw that?
No, because that happened after I heard the first pop, and then I stopped my car and looked back, and at that time the person was still back here.
Were you looking with your mirror or what were you looking at?
I believe I was looking straight out the window. I had the window down, and because of the offset of the two driveways, I didn't have to really look straight back. I was looking kind of out to the left.
Did you tell Ms. Thomas on that day you had to go park at the Burger King to make sure you saw what you really saw?
Yeah, I told her I was, kind of shocked at what happened, and I wasn't quite, like anybody, I think you're not quite sure when something like that happens where you actually saw, where it really happened or not. It's kind of for a few minutes, so then I'm thinking, was it a drill? I'm thinking, where's my cell phone? All these things are going through my mind. So, that was one thing, and I thought was, did I really see that,
Is that possible what made you put that down because you thought you saw that?
What now?
Is it possible that you thought you saw this? Is it possible that you thought you seen me run around that car and aim a gun and shoot it in the passenger side because you thought it was a simulated drill or something?
No, I didn't dream that up, no.
Okay. Let's get it. You indicated you don't know how the police car got here and got around on the other side. Is that correct? Right here.
Well, it just went slowly over here. I just don't remember if it backed up once or something and then pulled over, or whether it just made a U-turn, but whatever. It turned real slow and went over here because I was waiting for it to go ahead and because I thought it was trying to turn in. So once the red car was out of the way, I thought the police car was just going to go here. But when the red car pulled over here, then I was a little surprised that the police car turned and followed it over there and sit beside of it.
Why would you be surprised the police car get behind and turn around like that? They seem odd or something?
Well, because I thought this car was trying to get out, and I thought the police car was trying to pull in, and I had no idea there was any connection between these two vehicles, so I thought it was just kind of a log jam. I thought once this car pulled out, then this car was free to make its turn and go on. But when this car pulled over here, and then the police car follows them, it kind of piqued my interest because I thought, oh, they're pulling this guy over for something.
Okay.
So,
Do you recall stating that the officer might have bagged up a little bit and you didn't know?
he might have backed up a foot or two. I can't really remember how that police car, what the actions of it was when it was actually turning. But it wound up driving slowly over here beside the.
Okay. Could you show it the face that you saw me make that day? You said a smile or a glimpse.
Yes,
Could you just show it to the jury?
just kind of like that, which I kind of thought was maybe a smile. It could have been, just like, don't say that, or, it's just kind of like people joking, or, it's hard to tell. I was a good ways off, or not a long ways, but I was, wasn't right up on them. I wasn't certainly close enough to hear anything that was going on, but if there was any conversation, I couldn't have heard it.
You said you heard the first shot. You didn't see it. You said you heard the first shot.
I just heard a pop, yeah.
Right, the first pop shot.
Right.
Well, then, Kelly, thank you for your time, sir. No further questions.
Kelly, I meant to ask you, was your driver's window open?
Yeah, it was down.
And when you first saw those two vehicles there on this side, you didn't hear anyone yelling at each other or anything like that? You didn't hear one yelling at the other to do anything?
No, I was too far away to hear any conversation. I didn't hear any yelling, no.
Sure. And after you heard the first pop there, you saw the individual there kind of at the back left corner, which you indicated.
That's correct.
And before you saw him reach out and saw the gun 45 feet away.
Right.
And fire 2 to 3 times, he wound up running back to the front of that patrol car, did he?
Yeah, he was, so he's at this corner, and then he runs around to this side, out from the car, not right up to the window, but out the ways.
That's right. Out from
That's-
the car,
Yes,
right?
best I can remember, that's,
And from
that's
your
the way it
vantage
happened.
point, it appeared he was running from the back of the car toward the front of the car.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
Reluctantly, just maybe 2 questions. Mr. Kelly, when you say the front, do you mean the passenger side, sir? You said that you thought you saw me go to the passenger side.
Correct, the front of the passenger side of the car.
Okay.
Towards the front, he never did get to the front.
Okay. But again, yes, you don't mind. You say when you saw me run down this way, you say I did it very quickly. What do you mean by quickly? When you ran down the street quickly,
It was
what do you mean?
just a flash, just come up, look to the right, and then boom, just gone.
What is it? Was it the jog or was it fast?
It was fast, it's gone. I mean, and the whole thing happened just in a few seconds. Running from the back car up, shooting, running on down the street. I mean, it's just a matter of 3 or 4 seconds. It's quick, very quick, so.
Well, I have no further question.
Nothing further. Maybe he excused.
Yes, sir.
Your excuse, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Wise, call your next witness.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you appeal.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick recess, if y'all want to go to that.